Hello, everyone. This is a test. Let's see. We got to start recording. We're going to turn off the dehumidifier. Okay, we are testing CPU load with full-on recording, playing, and everything. Looks like we are at 20.7% CPU usage. So, let's see. I'm also going to run through the Addams family, just for practice. Hey Ricky, how's it going, man? How's the stream looking, Ricky? Good. Glad to hear it. If I can make it through if I can make it all the way through this game without any hiccups, then I think we'll be in good shape for the main event. Good. Glad to hear it. I'm confident about our mic situation. I'm extremely happy that we don't have to worry about having 4, 5, 6 microphones going at once. That the trusty Blue Yeti is doing its job. Good, Michael. Glad to hear it. Amigathon starts at 6 a.m. Eastern Time tomorrow morning. That's 10 a.m. UTC. Check your local listings. Hey, Amiga dude. I need the sneakers so we can get the hat. So we can get that sweet, sweet extra lives. Ah, so close. There we go. Hey Pixels, what's going on, man? I have. The setup has been refactored, and I think this is what we're going to go with. Aaron is coming over in a little bit to talk things over, but this seems like our best course of action. The only downside to this is that while I'm playing, anytime I click outside of this window, the controller loses functionality. So really, while the game is going on, I can't have anything else, I can't be doing anything else on the main computer. However, I shouldn't really need to be doing much else on the other computer. I can monitor the chat. If I'm playing, I can monitor the chat on my laptop or make any changes to the Google sheet that's running a lot of this code that Jason has in this running this ticker down at the bottom of the screen. So yeah, it works. The sound is good. It's fun to play. We're not having the frame rate issues that we had yesterday. So I do have a spare display port to HDMI cable. If anyone would like to buy that, we will not be using that. How are you doing today? How's everybody doing? Yeah, this is normal Amigo Studios. Uh, we are just facing a different direction. Um, if you look behind me, you can see a computer monitor and then a desk perpendicular to it. That desk is where the computer that we film Amigos usually sits, and we are facing that brick wall, or we're facing away from the brick wall when we record. This is a basement, Ricky. This is a basement. They call it a walkout basement. Very popular in West Virginia homes because most homes are built on the sides of a mountain. No, it's totally underground. Like, imagine a mountain, okay? And then sink a cube into the side of the mountain, okay? And so, you know, the part of the cube that is on the bottom of the cube is completely underground except on the back. And then on the back of the cube, there is, you know, you've got the back of the cube. So we are in the ground, like it stays like 65 degrees in the basement all year round, but it's just facing outward. Yeah, I didn't think I was going to make that one. That's right. Unfortunately, Blue Ridge Mountains and Shenandoah River are not located in West Virginia. Unfortunate that John Denver might or might not have been too familiar with West Virginia geography. Both those are in Virginia, not West Virginia. But we overlook that fact. Yeah, here too, Ricky. It's going to be a hot one. It's a perfect day for Amigathon where we can ensconce ourselves in the cool breeze of the basement. It's pretty hot out there today. I just got back from lunch with my dad, and we went to Main Street of Hurricane, which is really very small, and we went to a local barbecue place. That was pretty good. Yeah, I know. Never trust a singer with West Virginia geography. That's what you learn. What's temperature like over in England? Hicks? Is Britain sweltering in the 70s? Oh, good work for you. Marvel Ultimate Alliance, is that the Diablo-esque Marvel game? It is exactly like that, Ricky. We're writing a song about New York and only talking about like those non-places like Buffalo and Rochester. Jeez. Oh, that's awesome, Pixels. I never really, aside from Torchlight, I never really got into any of the clicking games. That's exactly right, Ricky. Wings and bills. That's the only thing you're going to find in Buffalo. in Springfield. So that is not frame rate, that is the Amiga. This is one boss that the Super Nintendo, actually all the bosses on the console versions are much, much better animated than on the Amiga. This is the greatest licensed title ever, Ricky. Not only is the greatest licensed title ever, but it's far and away the best platformer on the Amiga. Retro Gamer called it the greatest non-Mario, non-Sonic platformer of all time. So I am not alone in my praise for this game. It's hard to believe it came from Ocean. Yeah, Super Frog. A close second. I'd definitely put Super Frog in the top 5 in the Amiga, for sure. I'd say I'd go Addams Family, BC Kid. Trying to think about what I'd put third for just your regular run and jump platformers. I definitely put Super Frog above Zool any day of the week. You're right. What is it? Woody. What is this? Is it just called Woody? Captain Woody? Oh yeah, James Bond. James Bond 2. Yeah, I'd probably put that third. There's some weird level design. Well, it's definitely European style level design, where you basically just have these wide open areas that you're to explore. It's as much about exploration as it is sort of a linear Japanese style platformer. But Super Frog really, it controls well. I dig not Super Frog, James Bond 2. I dig the Robocod outfit. It's pretty cool. Woody's World, there we go. This game has different music for each stage. I mean, it's really got a lot going for it. Robocod Remix. Oh, I know what I need to do. After this, I need to put the sponsors in order. And I need to put an Amiga GIF in between. That is the next phase, now that we've got this computer situation licked. In fact, let's see, I should be able to pause this. I'm going to give Aaron a quick ring and tell him if he hasn't left. Hey man, I've got good news. I'm running the practice stream right now. It's perfect. I mean, there's nothing's going on. Everything's great. So there's nothing wrong with the game situation. We've got everything. Yeah. I don't know. Well, I mean, I was worried last night, but I'm not worried now. So. Yeah, that's what I did for 2.5 hours yesterday. Yeah, like I said, that's That's what I did on that 2.5 hour long stream yesterday, was find all those games. Yeah, yeah. If you want to bring your laptop tomorrow just for fun, you can, but I don't think we'll need it. No, we're going to go with what we've got. I got 2 PS4 sticks. They're going to be fine. Yeah. Well, they're not wireless because the Bluetooth, the way that the emulator works with Bluetooth is not great with 2 players. It gets confused. So. Okay. Okay, man. All right. Sounds good. All right. Bye bye. All right. So that's all sorted. I want to. Are they really like Tim Tams? I don't think that they have Tim Tams in the United States though. Tim Tams are just in Australia and other weird places. Have you ever seen Tim Tams, Ricky? Yeah. The only reason I know about Tim Tams is from the man, the myth, the legend, Graham Bebke, and his Australian baskets of goodness. Oh, jeez. Maybe just not. Maybe that EU internet, not the American one. Are there some Tim Tam memes that are pretty dank? I must say I'm very impressed with the. Oh, you know what? I bet I'm gonna have to do all this again. But I'm gonna try just in case to see. I think that there's gonna be a. I don't know. I might have lucked out here. Oh, yeah. Can't get up there. Does everything seem to be scrolling properly? All of our overlays look like they're working. Our sponsor thing is rotating. It's hard to believe 16 hours till the beginning of Amigathon. Happy I did that on the first try. This game with that frame rate, the frame rate issues we were having yesterday would have been impossible. I'm so glad that we found a solution. This is really a Twitch experience. Yeah, they're like fiery ants. They're fiery representatives from an ant-like species. With 1 heart left. No! Oh, okay, I've got to go up. I forgot. It's been a long time since I've played this. No! Come on. Come on. I get scared because that jet of flame is right there. Woo! We made it. I don't know if I have a thing. I'm pretty bad at all forms of video games. I just really, I really like, you know, this game in particular. I'd say, you know, out of all the genres, platformer probably ranks up there pretty high. I liked Ori and the Blind Forest a lot. I thought that was cool. Of course, Mario. The Sonic games I don't think are that great. I think they're kind of overrated. But I've played them all. Anymore, most of my gaming time is taken up by playing games for Amigos and our Sinclair, so I don't even know if I were to like just face a wall of games what I would choose. We've had so many generous donations of Spectrum games over the years, or over the months since I've got a Spectrum, that whenever I am doing something different, I'm like, oh, let's do another Spectrum stream. I did play a little bit of Slay the Spire, but I was horrible at that. Oh, you gotta think, Ricky. I've played this game probably 10,000 times. This was the game when I was in high school. My buddy Amigo Chad would come over, and I had a big crate of records, and every day we'd listen to a different record, and he'd watch as I played through the Addams Family. So this game was a big part of my childhood. Let's see if I can make it. If you play your cards right. Oh, so close. That would have saved me a ton of time. That's alright, we'll go back the other way. I believe that you keep the hat for slightly less time in the Amiga version. Alfred Chicken is okay. It's a lot like James Bond, to be honest with you. The level design I found to be pretty similar. Although that's been so long ago now. I mean, we probably did Alfred Chicken in the first 100 episodes. Oh, I didn't even see Pixel's comment. That was, yeah, I think there are definite similarities. Although, I mean, they all sort of go back to the Mario well, as it were. Oh, you know what I'd rank above Super Frog? I think Brian the Lion is a better game than Super Frog. I really thought Brian the Lion was very well designed. The only thing that wasn't great about Brian the Lion was the enemies were not spectacular. They were sort of doofy looking. Yeah, this game probably has more in common with Yo-Jo than any other platformer. I'm not a huge Yo-Jo fan because it's that European level design where you're not quite sure where to go, horizontally or vertically. This basically is guiding you through where you need to be. But Yo-Jo is very similar to this for sure. Oh man, I forgot about Soccer Kid. Soccer Kid's great too. I'm gonna have to do just a Amiga platformer stream at some point. The ranking of platformers, and really hone in my opinions more. Because Soccer Kid's great looking, great music. The mechanic is interesting, very unique. Yeah. I mean, if a game got a console release, chances are it was pretty quality, because they wouldn't have gone through all the money that requires you to do that if they didn't think it was good. Yeah, it is weird why they chose not to call it Football Kid, considering I don't know that it got an American release, although it might have. I'm not sure. I never saw it. It did. No, it didn't. It got a console release, but it was UK only. It was like a SNES in the UK only, or something, or the EU only. I think I'm thinking about that right. I'm either thinking of that or That game, Pierre Le Chef. Maybe I'm thinking of Pierre Le Chef. Yeah, Rough and Tumble, I don't consider a platformer. It's a run and gun, and it is the best example of that by far. I mean, Rough and Tumble is probably like, I don't know, it might be the best game on the Amiga from soup to nuts. I mean, when you look at the graphics, the sound, the gameplay, it's got it all. You know, if all Amiga games were as good as Rough and Tumble, then the world would have been different. I mean, that really, I mean, it could have been an arcade game. I mean, I like it more than Metal Slug for sure. Jeez. Well, Top Banana is king of its own category. There will never be another game like Top Banana. I'm really surprised that no one kicked in some cash for Top Banana on the Amigathon schedule. I figured that would be something. Not that I'm complaining, mind you. No. One advantage, of course, of this system, of the room system, is that you know you're never going back further than at least the room that you were in. And in all the levels in the Addams Family, except for the last level, there are checkpoints throughout the rooms too. I'm not playing well. Yeah, the schedule is full. It's available over at Amigathon.com, or you can look at social media. I've posted it on all the Amiga. I made a poster with all of the games on it, all the cover art. The scrolling is just amazing. I believe on the Atari ST version, the game is a flip scroller, so there's no smooth scrolling at all. Oh, we part company there, Ken Sith. I think that Shadow of the Beast is all squeeze and no juice. Shadow of the Beast 3 is okay, but it's a totally different game. Oh boy. Ah! I could have done it. What's funny is you can still die there. Yeah, that one looks pretty fun, Ricky. Yeah, to me, Shadow of the Beast is nothing other than a tech demo. The gameplay sucks. It's unfair. The enemies aren't particularly well animated. The beast looks good. The parallax scrolling looks good. The backgrounds are good. The music is fantastic. But yeah, the game is just not there. It's very similar to Agony. You know, Agony is a Shadow of the Beast in shooter form. But I know that Shadow of the Beast sold a heck of a lot of consoles, or a heck of a lot of computers. Plus, you got that rad T-shirt. I mean, the thing about it really doesn't take much to be a good platformer. You need to have a variety of music, a variety of scenery, and not make any of the stages too long. And to me, that's a recipe for a perfect platformer. Not to mention these secret rooms. That's one thing that Super Frog did well. Now the console versions actually name the rooms, and they've got really clever names. In the great Manic Miner tradition. And I believe what we want to do is pass that door by and go into this door. Or maybe not. I can't remember. There's a way to do this that is much faster. Maybe it is this door. Yeah, it is. And we gotta time this just right. Ken Smith, I guess you're not a frequent watcher of our podcast, but if you become, you will soon know that that Lionheart gets mentioned quite a bit. The first game of Amigathon is always Lionheart. Always. Always. Yeah, it's not so much that I hate Lionheart. It's just Aaron really likes Lionheart much more so than I think is warranted. So I give him a little ribbing for it. But Lionheart's a good game. It really is. It's a good game. It's unique. The music is probably the best in terms of cinematic, bombastic, like you said. The way that it changes with the scenes and things is really inventive. I just don't like the way it controls. I don't like the way that you hold your button down and then you move the stick. That seems counterintuitive to swing a sword. The colors are sort of like if you took the palette of Shadow of the Beast, those rainbow colored backgrounds, and you just sort of made that everything and then made everything else brown. And it's a weird. I think it has to do with the modes, the modes of color on the Amiga, why they did it that way. But yeah, but it's fine. It's fine. Okay, now I'm gonna try something here. If I hit escape, if I hit Q, all right, I'm gonna look at something here. There's a thing that you can do on the console version, where it's basically you can exit out of this room and go to like a limbo sort of area, and it saves a ton of time because I want to make it all the way through. Let's see. Switches, password. Yeah, it doesn't look like there is a key on the keyboard like on the Amiga. Actually, let's try this. Let's see if we pause. Oops. Pause. Yeah. Okay. That's what we want. And then we go in here and get some more lives. This is really great music too. It's a shame this is the only place in the game you'll hear it. And then we hit continue. We go back to the Hall of Stairs with our heart power up. That literally saves 15 minutes of gameplay time right there, because I don't have to work my way back out through that stage. I think that's one of the few really big design sort of things I would do differently in this game. But anyway, I'm going to go ahead and end the stream here. I just wanted to test out that trick, make sure I had it on hand. Thanks, guys, for hanging out. So tomorrow is the day of days. I hope that I see all of you guys. I keep looking over here, like the camera's over here, but the camera's right there. I hope to see you guys in the chat, giving us moral support as we're here for the full 12. We'll probably be closer to 13 after I get done with the Addams family, and so it'll be a good time. So I'll see you guys tomorrow.